All right, what's up, everybody? This is a Murfreesboro music scene joined in the jam space, the jam cave, with this week's featured band, which is Flummox. And,
Sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty sweaty and greasy in here, which is like most Flummox shows. If anybody's ever attended,
All of our shows are pretty greasy.
yeah, the grease is abundant.
Yes.
We are joined here today with Blake on the lap of Drew. Here squatting so eloquently is the Squonk. And up here on the throne is Alan.
Hello.
So thank you guys so much for having us here today and hosting this interview.
Thanks for swinging by.
You guys have actually, it was about a year or so ago, we're Murfreesboro music scene's featured band.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little bit of a background of Flummox, where the whole thing started and how it started.
Well, originally, we were in a band called the Fallopian Dudes.
Fallopian
The
Dudes.
Fallopian Dudes, yes.
Nice.
And we didn't have songs, we didn't rehearse, and we just showed up at shows and played, not good on purpose. And
It's an interesting tactic.
yeah, well, we got thrown out of one place, and then we played there like 6 months later as Flummox, and it's all good after that. But you know, getting ahead of myself a little bit, we started the band with another guy named Matt, and in his trailer, and you know, we went through a lot of names. Like first we were Boy Pussy, and then we were let's see, what else were we? We had a bunch of Dr. Seuss names. We were the Sneetches.
Yes. Zoot something or other.
There was something about Zoot Suits.
Yeah.
Manimal and the Dirty Puppet Show.
Yeah.
We were Wham for about 2 weeks. And
Is the Matt you're referring to Matt Rose?
Matt Rose, yes.
Yeah, killer drummer.
Was our original drummer. And we settled with Flummox after reading If I Ran the Zoo by Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. It's a great. And this is the whole thing started about what 2012.
Yep, about a little over 5 years ago. Yep.
Cool. And you guys have evolved to your current exquisite lineup.
Yep, we're not just a trio anymore. We got this asshole and that asshole, and we sometimes have other people who play with us. We have a girl named Parker who plays the flute and gets murdered on stage, and then we just added some keyboards into the mix and
Nice.
maybe some saxophone, things like that, just to see how badly we can fuck with the people.
That's really interesting. You guys' live shows are something to behold. I'm sure the people that are watching this, or that will be watching this video from the area, have seen you guys. But if people who are watching this have never seen Flummox, what you see right here is not even half of the interesting weirdness of it. This is just everyday type of thing.
This is casual.
It's casual. What's today? Thursday. Casual Thursday.
Every day is casual Thursday with us.
So for people that do know the possum thing.
The possum.
What is the affinity towards that particular creature for Flummox?
Well,
how is that?
I mean, have you ever seen a possum? Possums are just the best animal that ever existed in God's green earth, and we should respect our trash angels here on this planet and realize that they are our overlords and overseers, and if it weren't for them, the world would be a darker place. And we like possums because they also have 13 nipples.
Ah, yeah, that's important.
Super important.
Super important because you never know.
That's what with me as well.
That's great. What is your guys' main goal when planning a live set to play? Because I've seen you guys a couple times, and I know your production has enhanced and stuff. But what goes into the thought process of planning a live show?
Well, basically we just I don't know. We just buy things from Walmart and put them on stage with us. And that's pretty much, we're just a big Walmart advertisement. And,
TM.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much, the gist of it. And, we just like to get up there and give people more than just, people out there playing instruments, because they can see that with any band. So, let's just do other stupid things people probably shouldn't be doing on stage in front of a live audience.
Does each live show, if you see one live show from Flummox, you're not going to see the same live show, right?
No.
Is that pretty safe to say?
We keep pretty different, at least try to. every show, I'd say the set list is always different.
Yeah.
So, different songs call for different antics.
Yeah.
And different antics call for different shenanigans. And
it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's pretty much what we do here is shenanigans and
A lot of
Shenanigans and antics.
and mishappenings.
Mishappenings. Very cool. Going back to, you guys have 2 full-length albums, right? Flummoxygen,
Yep,
and then your most
Flummoxygen.
recent one,
Self-Goof.
So, going back to each of those albums, what would you say are some of the highlights, musically or otherwise, from each of those?
I don't think we have any musical highlights.
Something that stands out in your mind, like
I think we are a bane on people's ears.
What about shades? If you want to go with the highlighter, what about some shades?
Some shades, some shades of darkness. Not good darkness. But brown's a dark color.
It's kind of like a greenish.
It's like a green, maybe a little bit of indigo in that brown for some reason. I don't know. I like those albums a lot, and we still play a lot of the songs from them. We're just always moving forward with what's going on. We try to change the band almost with every single thing we do. At this point, we didn't mean to, but
the evolution of it just kind of ran.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of just keep it going with, whoever wants to be a part of it, I guess. And, Selkuth was like a totally different album than Flummoxygen and vice versa. Yeah. This album we're about to put out, or at least that we're about to record, is completely different.
I've been hearing some hints of what to expect from the Facebook posts and social media. What sort of inspiration has led you in this direction?
Well, we've just been listening to. Well, we've always listened to a lot of different styles of music, and with these 2 in the band, their influences are a lot different than what we've been doing, and so it's just all kind of turned into this greasy gravy of a goulash.
I like goulash.
Goulash is good. That's what we're trying to do with this, and we listen to a lot of different shit. Prog rock.
Yep.
Was main.
A
A lot of prog.
What bands have fuckers been listening to?
Shit. Gentle Giant is a big one lately.
Mm.
As far as like prog rock goes. I've enjoyed the band Jolly lately, which is it's more on the metal side.
Ford Theater Reunion.
We're definitely
Beard Fish. And we still listen to a lot of metal stuff as well. Triptykon and Pain of Salvation, Opeth, things of that sort. But it varies. We listen to
so just a hodgepodge of
everything from English folk to bluegrass to death metal to fucking 1960s psychedelic rock, whatever the fuck.
Right. That's we're definitely looking forward to hearing. So any indication as to, you said you're getting into the recording process of it, any indication of to when we might expect a new single album? Or a new album maybe, or if we have a projection on that?
We're going into the studio in November, and it's looking like we will try to have the record out by end of spring, early summer, if all goes well with people we've been negotiating a little bit with, I guess. And
very cool.
Maybe a single for the spring. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Maybe another video.
Nice.
We'll see what happens. We play this thing by ear.
Right.
Weirdly.
But speaking of videos, recently you guys recorded a music video for Tom Walker Blues.
Tom Walker Blues.
Really cool video, by the way.
Thank you.
If anybody that's has not checked it out, just go on YouTube and search for Flummox Tom Walker Blues. It's probably one of the first things that pops up since it's a fairly new video. Really fun. What's the most fun that you guys had during that recording that video?
Well, we were eaten alive by insects, and that was pretty cool. Like they got all the way up down my feet and my legs, and I even got one on my dick. And like chigger bites on your dick are just not good, man. I mean, it makes masturbating really hard. But
not hard in a good way, like it's
well,
difficult.
I don't know, like, because you know how chigger bites itch and you're kind of scratching it, it's
also it's kind of like a weird
relief. It's a little sadistic. It's a release in so many ways. But and of course, Being our first video, we had a lot of fun. Just putting a bunch of running
running
around the woods with Zach Farron from Fable Cry.
Yeah,
Dressed
that was
as
a really
Satan.
cool feature. Yeah.
Yes.
I like his how Satan was portrayed in his character.
He's,
Like, it's really cool.
he looks like Satan. Zach.
Yeah, like a very debonair type.
Yes, he's
Satan,
not like the Satan that fucks people in the ass in hell or whatever. He's like the Satan that does all the deal making and shit. at Crossroads.
Yeah.
So
Who produced the video?
Matt Rose, actually, our original drummer.
So cool, man! Like full circle.
Full circle, yeah. And that's, I don't know if he's working with any other bands right now or not, but I was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know what the word is? Do you know what the word is?
The bird.
That's what it was. Thank you. Yes. And it also made me feel quite, another word. What's another word I'm looking for? Come on, give me some words.
Charcoal.
Gelatinous? Gelatinous is a good word. It made me feel quite gelatinous, with Matt doing our video.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Matt. Good
Yes.
job on that. You guys have got quite a few views. I think I watched it today. You're around like 700 views.
Yeah, 700, something like that.
So that's
Pretty
impressive.
decent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good on that. And so, I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier about the whole live experience of the Flummox show, and how much they've evolved over the years, which from what I've seen recently, it's getting better and better. Where do you see the next evolution going in terms of your live shows, production-wise or antics-wise? Shoot from the hip, or do you have big plans? Or?
Oh, we have some plans. I don't know when this is going to be put out. Hopefully this video being put out coincides with this particular show that has not been announced yet. We are playing October 29th at the Exit Inn, part of the Festival of Ghouls with Fable Cry, the
Wow.
Dead Dance.
Oh, wow.
And we have a lot of things planned that are going to start with that show, with our live show. And we teased it a little bit with the I Hate God show at that show, but I think we're going to fully realize it and hopefully just take it further, which we plan on doing. With each song comes a different sort of something we can do.
I love the mystery behind it all, a bit of little mysticism, of like, we've seen what you guys have done, but there's still like, it's like, now what? Now how can you surpass that, or how can you step up that?
Oh,
so I love the creativity.
We'll
behind
go as
it
far as our meager budget allows us.
And if Swedish Fish is watching, they if they want to throw like an endorsement out there,
Swedish Fish or Milo Sweet Tea,
Milo Sweet
either
Tea.
one. Swedish Fish, we do use a lot of Swedish Fish, and I can't remember what the baby oil company is, but we use a lot of their things too.
Yeah. Where can people find you? You guys are on Facebook. What other sort of social media platforms?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Instagram. Bandcamp. We are on pretty much everything you can stream off of Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. We're not on Pandora, but I think it's the only thing that we're not on.
It's too many ads.
Well,
Pandora. Well, Spotify's getting that way too, but I mean, that's online streaming. Can't really complain there, I guess.
Yeah, well, Spotify doesn't have King Crimson yet. Well, they have one King Crimson album that just gives me blue balls. But either way, they still love it, and we're on it. And we're on a bunch of other things. So
and people can stream and download your guys' music on all those sites. So.
We have like a new EP out that came out back in June. That's 4 of the songs we're going to re-record for this next album. That's looking at like 14 or 15 songs for the new album.
Great.
So a lot of weird shit.
Merch. What kind of merch do you guys have out there available?
Well, we have these T-shirts. We have 2 T-shirts. There's one that's a black shirt that has Witch and the Goat. They're actually in that box with cameras on. But we got some Black Phillip T-shirts. And we also, I'm just going to plug in all the merch here, just right here in this spot, in this square.
This quadrant.
We got my favorite merch. These purple possum shirts. They're so good. They got possum, and they're screaming Flummox. He's screaming Flummox at his own ass. And,
Oh, that's perfect.
You should get that. We have our second record still available, and stickers that basically say "fuck you" to Nazis and all that shit. So
Awesome.
just fuck Nazis.
Exactly, and
Oh,
people
man.
can obtain these wonderful items through.
We actually have the Black Phillip shirts online. We're working on getting the other stuff online, but for now, just come to one of our shows and buy our shit because we're
People need Flummox merch in their lives. So
people
speaking
need
of,
possum shirts.
they do.
Never mind Flummox shirts. Possums need to be in everyone's life.
They do. The underappreciated, lovable trash angels. Your next show, where besides the one you just mentioned, anything before that?
October 8th, we're playing in Chattanooga with Zamora and Engulfed in Blackness and Spirus.
They're playing the autographs.
Yeah, they're also going to be at Autograph. Zamora, Tyranny Enthroned, that show. Catching a show with them in Chattanooga on October 8th. And then we don't have anything till the Festival of Rules. And we actually, I think, only have 3, maybe 4 shows for the rest of the year. And then we're going to go into hibernation until the next Flummox comes out with the new album and new everything. So
That's great.
yeah, have some new antics by then. But we have one other thing in December at Autograph. Jeremy Edge's birthday. Guy who drums for pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Sugar Digit.
It does.
Sketone Crisis.
Old
Man Oblivion.
Yep.
There's at least 2 more, I
I
feel
think
like.
there is.
He did his tour with Lipstick. How many bands are you in, Jeremy?
Yeah, just
How many bands?
all of them. None. All in none.
So many. But yeah, that guy's birthday with a bunch of other really cool bands that he's not in. He's besides one of them. So yeah.
I think his show last year, he did about 4. He was in like 4 of the 5 bands that played his own birthday show, and he was just like.
He's a drummer.
Yeah, he's just a beast.
Yes, that. You want to do that, Alan?
Maybe.
He'll do it.
He'll do it. Give him enough Swedish fish.
That's how we keep him in the band. Swedish fish.
I'm a cheap date.
He's a very cheap date.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, guys. That's all the questions I had. And
all right.
Thank you so much for, again, taking the time. And so everybody that's watching, be sure to keep your eyes and ears open for some new Flummox coming up in the spring or early summer of 2018. Follow them on all their social media platforms and keep up with them for their live shows. And definitely, if they come to your neck of the woods, or if you feel adventurous, come to our neck of the woods and catch Flummox and get greasy. Thank you, guys.
Yes.